Boop boop. Hello.
Still my favourite noise to hear on a stream. Boop boop.
Boop boop.
The sound of Jenny unmuting things. Hi everyone. Hope you've had a good week. We are back with some Dungeons and Dragons, and we left on a bit of a shorter game last time because I wanted a tasty cliffhanger, and I got it. Darn tootin', I got it. But we're gonna pick up where we left off shortly. Before we go on, we will do our prompts, or I'll mention what our prompts are. I'll do a recap of the last session, then we'll answer our prompts and get straight into the action. So the questions that we're doing today is another prompt from our pal Evan, aka Maori Nerd, who has said, "If you have a notebook, what does it look like?" Which was prompted by a nice little Twitter interaction. Twitter interaction, he says, enunciating. Twitter is well Twitter.
Twitter.
Yeah.
It's in Twitter.
Twitter. Not your Twitter interaction. And our other question is, what aspect of your character's future are they most curious about? Or alternatively, if they could know one thing about the future, what would it be?
Mm-hmm.
Happy enough with those questions?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sick. And as always, if you want to contribute to our prompts list for our questions every week, you know where to go because we've got Docs on the job.
Not even gonna.
Poor Jack has had just such a hard time using commands the last week or so. Anyways, we'll do those questions shortly. So, last session you guys were at a place called Hilp. You were in a place called Hilp, which is this peak. It's this vertical spire that's very sheer and almost half a mile high. It is what you've come to find out, it's a small collection of buildings, a very tiny settlement that has a booming industry of water, flavored water, basically, where this company has been built around mist elixir, in which there is a mill on the top of this very tall peak that seems to be in some way churning the clouds that are going into this mill and kind of milking it, squeezing out some form of liquid. You can assume it's water, and then they're using that they're selling it to nobles and stuff in Suzail, etc. Where basically it's a luxury item that costs quite a lot. They're doing some standard dodgy marketing practices where they're saying it's gonna give you a hard on 24/7 and stuff like that. Making
that
you
what
very...
his secret is? That would make him like him.
It's supposed to be a really cool, great drink that's gonna make your life better in every single way. You guys tried it after being convinced by the sales pitch of one Percival Cadus, a gentleman with kind of a very model physique, some tight trousers. He walked out into the rain, came back, and his shirt was all loose buttoned, tight against his chest. And he was clearly using it to get some cash dollar out of you because you bought a 6-pack. And in so doing, you guys spent your evening taking some swigs of this luxury elixir, thinking it might be a potion. Turns out it's just flavored water, slightly with a little bit of vanilla. It seems to have some particles in it that make it look a little bit like a cloud. And in the morning, we had quite a grumpy Haiku. Haiku was not impressed by the fact that they had spent all this money on water and stormed into the shop where Percival was currently stood and had a bit of a what's a good way of putting this?
Confrontation.
A confrontation,
Yeah.
Great word, yes. Confrontation.
Complaint to lodge.
And threateningly knocked over a bunch of bottles accidentally.
One more than we bought.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. He thinks it's even, or they think it's even, rather. But in any case, we start today's session with them having poked around the windmill. They'd gone in there, the windmill, the air mill, I guess, would be more accurate, or cloud mill. And in there, they had met Talith Denir, who, through the innocence and just sweetness of Nurli, they had managed to be like, hey, I'm not actually here to murder you, despite seeing the staff-only sign on the front door and trespassing anyway. What's going on with the mill? We're poking around a little bit. Wanted to ask some questions about it. And he said, don't talk to me, try Phineas. But realistically, he's pretty old, so he's going to be a bit useless. Sorry. Turns out Phineas is a pal of Margaret, who you arrived with, and you managed to get a couple of words out of him, actually. You have a bit of a chat, and turns out that he's not super duper impressed with his grandchildren, who are currently running the mill, because they're slacking on their duties. They are not maintaining the mill correctly. After a bit of pressuring, politely, diplomatically, pushing on the point, you managed to find out that actually this mill used to be a weapon that was used by the Purple Dragon knights to essentially tear down dragons out of the sky. Unfortunately, it has suffered some damage and is no longer used for that, and was repurposed by Phineas, and his family, who were originally engineers, and they recognized that there was magic in it, magic that required maintaining. Turns out that somebody had to sacrifice their life in order to create this weapon that could be used against dragons, and that, as you might suspect, someone who has made that kind of commitment expects so a small amount of reverence or something for a little while, for their altar to be maintained. Poking around up in the mill after being escorted there by Phineas, unfortunately, Nurli rolls poorly on a on an investigation check, and knocks a canopic jar. Is it a canopic jar? You said canopic jar over. Knocked it over, and in so doing, we found that some desiccated organs spilled out of this urn. As they hit the dried pool of blood upon the altar, there was a ripple in the air, an electricity for a moment that gave Nurli and our party time to brace themselves. Nurli jumped in front of Phineas in the hopes to shield him from the blast, but there was an explosion, an eruption of force that cascaded throughout the room and knocked Nurli right off her feet, across the room, through the wall, and out into the sky over half a mile above the ground. Oh boy. Nurli is currently tumbling, spinning, and at the top of this game we will be having her take some significant damage for having been ejected through a wall. The rest of our team managed to succeed on their saving throws, and they are A-OK. But we will be starting this
Imagine if
session.
the whole party got blasted through all the walls.
Ooh.
TPK falling to death.
At least 2 of you probably would have been fine. Actually, 3, actually, because Haiku's got boots that teleport them back, so really, you're the only person who'd be dead.
Right, cool.
Anyway. So we'll start our session with that. But before we do that, we'll do our... have you added another prompt here, Docs?
Maybe. I don't know. Who is it from?
It's from a Twitch user / Discord user called Ladox.
No idea. No, I don't.
What does it say?
Mysterious. It says, does your character dance? If so, what is their signature move? We'll get to that some other time. But for today's session, we've got 2 prompts. We have, if you have a notebook, what does it look like? And what aspect of your character's future are they most curious about? Or alternatively, if they could know one thing about the future, what would it be? Anyone want to volunteer to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
If I had a notebook, it would be made of homemade paper that included pressed grasses and flowers. I think the outside would be a beigey color, like her original outfit that she had before the gifted one. And it would have a simple lilac colored ribbon for the place marker. The first page would be a diagram on tracking the lunar cycle.
Oh, I like that. Oh, that's a good. And I said it again. It's a very good description of what a notebook, and I think it's very fitting for Neroli.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the majority of her notes are about? What do you think like her note-taking practice focuses on?
I guess that would depend. I think there's a small bit of recounting the day and a lot of observations about how people interact, and writing down obviously the like important details of like questing, like, oh, I don't know, Caspian's being erased and stuff like that, and like brainstorming ways of overcoming that. And then the majority of the notes would be anything that is like coming to her when she's sitting in her like quiet times.
Okay.
Contemplation.
Cool. And what aspect of Neroli's future are they most curious about? Or if they could know one thing from the future, what would it be?
She's lived her whole life told that she was like chosen for a purpose, and she would like to know if that's true and to what end.
Ooh, okay. Oh, well, that's a good answer. And you've had one follow-up question on your first question, so I won't give you another follow-up question. We'll move on. Haiku. We'll see if
Hello.
you get a doubler. If you have a notebook, what does it look like?
Haiku's notebook would be just ridiculously practical, I think would be the best way to put it. So it like
How would
be
you
bound
describe-
in wood, or something like that, something that's durable, and it's just an absolute mess, really. They don't particularly care about order per se. But it's
Okay,
just
so
scribbles and stuff.
partly practical, partly very impractical because it's difficult to use, but it's only used.
But it's practical for
function.
haiku.
Right. Okay. And why is it? What makes it practical for haiku over everyone else? Is it just because you're so used to using it, or?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So it's just bound by wood. It's very straightforward. Like it doesn't have like
Quite
Love
chunky.
chunky. Okay.
Mm.
What's the focus of your note taking?
There's a lot of diagrams in it of magical items they've collected, trying to figure out how they work, like the results of experiments, stuff like that.
Cool.
Just because obviously there's so much stuff in their shell, can't keep it in their head. It's got to be.
So is it catalogued? Is it catalogued in the book then?
Yeah, pretty much.
I love it. Okay, cool. And what aspect of your character's future are they most curious about? Or if they could know one thing about the future, what would it be?
I don't think Haiku would be particularly fussed about the future.
Ooh, okay.
They're all about learning. You get a magical item, you experiment with it. It goes wrong most of the time, but occasionally it goes right. I think that's the attraction of it. Really, is the not knowing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
they don't want to know.
So they don't think about the future at all.
But it's not like they don't think about it. They just don't feel like they need to know what's going to happen.
Wow, what a way to live. Jeez.
Mm.
That's excellent. I'm jealous. Okay. Oro, if you have a notebook, what does it look like?
Oro does have a notebook. She has a notebook from the circus, which is just like one of the merchandise items. I think they're only like small notebooks, so she probably has a couple of them. But the one she's using right now is of Vince, which is the hill giant. So it's just like an illustration of Vince on, and every page has a tiny little Vince in the corner, and some of them have different facial expressions that you can like flick through.
I was gonna say, is it a flip book?
Yeah.
I love that.
And she has a section at the back where she asks for autographs of people that she's come across that she is fond of and likes, as she thinks that's just a general way to show appreciation towards people that she enjoys.
That's very cute. Do you think she has some autographs already? Who she got signatures from?
I thought you were going to ask me that, and I was like, don't have a list already.
That's okay. If you don't have a list, that's fine. That's fine. Give me one person on the list.
Well, when this Twitter conversation happened, the bugbears were the main one, and I think all the bugbears in one page would be an adorable little autograph page.
Okay.
Of just
okay,
hide
cool. Let's
bug.
go for that. I like that a lot. Okay. What aspect of Oro's future are they most curious about? Or if they could know one thing about their future, what would it be?
I think she also doesn't really think about the future very much, as she doesn't really know what the fuck is going on right now. She's just kind of like riding a wave sort of deal. She's
Right.
probably most curious about whether Hilda gets her mans back. Is probably the main thing that she's thinking about future wise. She doesn't really think about it all the way.
Right. Cool. Okay. And what's Oro's like main focus for note taking? Like, what's her notepad filled with?
It reads like a diary of a 12-year-old, like of a girl who's just going, today I did X, Y, Z. I felt X, Y, Z about it. I met this person. They were fine. I didn't like, just kind of like, there's not really like much thought goes into it. There's lots of like pages folded over, and like she's dropped the book at some points, and it's like folded a bunch of pages in like a really awkward way. So it's a bit messy and like clamped together, but.
Okay. Does Oro have neat handwriting?
Probably not. It's legible, but slightly.
The details that you never thought you'd know about your character. Do they have neat handwriting?
I don't
Okay,
think so.
Randall. If you have a notebook, what's it look like?
He doesn't have a notebook.
He doesn't have a notebook.
No, I'm kidding. He has 2 notebooks at least. So the first notebook is the one that you probably see most often, and that's just like some loose leaf paper, basically, like loosely attached together with a bit of string or something. And that's the one that just like when we meet someone and talk to someone new, like that one gets whipped out and like the name is written down, or like quick details, and it's just like messy and the pages are all over the place. There's like bits of diagrams and all sorts on them. Just like it doesn't really make sense if you've ever like tried to read it over his shoulder, because it's just like the triggers he needs to be able to recall all the things that happened. So then his main notebook looks more like this one, where it's like pretty nice. It's got like a bit of like a protective cover on it and stuff. And that one is the one where those notes are taken and they're neatened up, like they're reordered so that they make some kind of coherent sense in like more of a story fashion, rather than like these are the things that happened today. It's like you know, this is the stuff that logically fits together or fits together to make the best narrative, and that's the stuff that gets written to there. And it's written
Cool.
That's the one you see like in the evening when we're like camped. That's the one that comes out, and all those like loose leaf papers get turned into that.
Cool. Okay, that's a good description.
Can I ask a question about that? Do you think that the monastery has developed like, you know, court reporters have like, well, I don't know if this is a thing that you all have, but here they have like their own language, or the keyboard only has like 13 keys or something, and it's like a really quick shorthand. Do you think that the monastery has something like that developed so that you can make super fast, quick notes as you're going and then pretty them up later?
So. Yeah, I think maybe it's a bit more like it's like more personalized than like there being like a set form. It's like rather than teaching everyone like a set form of doing that, they teach people like how to take the notes quickly and be able to recall something that happens as accurately as possible. So maybe they set up scenarios and they're like, walk to town and then report like what you saw, and they'll set up a bunch of stuff on the way, and it's about how accurately you can record that stuff. And,
cool.
Like, bring it back.
What a great idea.
I love it.
That's awesome. Okay. And what aspect of your character's future are they most curious about? Or if they could know one thing about the future, what would it be?
I mean, it's definitely the massive story that's unfolding.
No.
I suspected that might be your answer. Yeah, well, that's fine. But what part of that is what interests you for the future? Like, so I mean, obviously there's the concept of like identifying what's happened and like putting all the puzzle pieces of the story together again and having a full concise story, or is it that Randall is curious as to what's going to happen once you've done that? Like, what does it mean for Randall, like fame and glory?
I think Randall's interested to know if Caspian is somehow still alive, but maybe like captured or something. Like if he's like, is he literally just dead, or has something else happened? And I think it's, you know, that, and maybe understanding that those events.
Interesting. Okay. Right. Well, excellent answers, everybody. Thank you very much for answering our prompts. So the first one of those was the notebook question. That was from Evan. And the other one was just from some big old list that we've gone through and said, this one's not bad. So if you fancy doing any prompts, there's a link in the chat. There you go. Boo, boo, boo. Anyway. So, Nearly. That's the sound of you slamming through a wall and spinning into space.
Not hitting
On the ground.
What's going to happen is you are going to take...
What if you're knocked unconscious by just the damage of being knocked?
I know. I was like, I am a little sorcerer.
You are taking 14 points of force damage as you are ejected through a wall and sent spinning out into air. You are hit with such force horizontally that you don't even start going down yet. You are just through a wall going sideways. Okay, so we don't need to worry about how long it's going to take for you to just plummet to the ground. I would like everyone to first off be... you know what? I'm going to finish describing this. So the force of that knocks you out of the wall. The rest of you are knocked not entirely on your ass, but you are hit by such a wave of concussive force that you have to kind of shield your eyes and your face just for a second, just to like push against the kind of like the barrier, the waves that hit you consistently. But your success and your strength checks mean that you aren't knocked to your ass or you're not knocked through a wall. Instead, what happens is there is just this stream almost of this. It's like a mixture of. It's like a cloud, a very condensed cloud has just rushed past you. You can feel there is a twinge of electricity as it does so, but you can also feel yourself getting just drenched as this mist moves past you with such force that it's almost like it went with the shockwave. The room in front of you now is thick with mist, and you can see a familiar crackle of energy throughout the air. You can see that there are damp footprints on the wood for you. So what we're going to do is we are going to start our encounter with a cheeky little bit of initiative. And I'm going to move you over here out of this map.
Ooh. Oh, shit.
Kool-Aid Man must have force damage immunity with all the walls they smash through.
Well, the thing's not up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the initiative thing?
Ribbit.
Sorry.
Oh.
Let me delete all you and then add you in.
It apparently works anyway.
Oh. It was fine.
Oh, I had all of your old turn order stuff in there as well, so I had to remove you and add you again.
Oh, I see.
You can redo yourself now. You can change your number if you fancy, but
Can I change my number?
I honestly feel like the 6 is more honest for how she's at in this moment anyway.
sure.
Oh, but it's not letting me change it. Oh, there it goes.
I can actually roll initiative for these guys this time because there aren't so many of them.
Would Nugget still go on after my turn, even if they're not near me?
I think it. Yeah, why not? I mean, it's down to you, really. You can make the decision. I'm happy with whatever.
Probably easier to just leave it like that.
Yeah. Okay. So Nugget was chilling outside the building. Fortunately, so I haven't drawn in the ground here because I'm not going to.
It's too far away.
The mill was already, like I said, described the buildings in our previous game. That many of the buildings here, because it's simply because of the sheerness of this peak, they are often, or in many places, actually off the edge of the cliff face, as it were, and they are kept up by metal and wooden rods scaffolding that keep it up and steady. In this particular instance, this building already was on the kind of the precipice, as it were. So there is ground beneath about half of this building, but that's pretty much it. Nugget, if we place Nugget there, Nugget is at the doorway on the ground floor.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys, we're not going to worry too much about verticality in this particular map unless someone starts falling very far, very quick.
Good job.
Which is a
not gonna happen to
possibility.
anyone.
It's a possibility. But we will start our combat with this Storm Maiden who has flown past each of you through the gap in the wall and materialized in the air, chasing Nerily. Nerily, you have been knocked on your ass and through a wall, and you have been spinning a couple of times before you've just managed to right yourself. So for this turn, you are on the same level horizontally as everybody else, and you get to take an action. If you manage to do something within your turn that stops you from straight up falling, then you'll be able to continue as normal. If not, then we'll start talking about how far you fall and how quickly. We don't know. We'll cross that physics bridge when we come to it. Okay, we've got enough physics people here for them to work it out. Okay, so at the top of a turn order, Nugget and Oro.
Okay. Nugget would have heard that big crash that
Absolutely,
happened.
100%.
Oro would shout for Nugget and tell them to go and try and rescue Nerily and old man Phineas.
Like?
Huh?
What would that sound like?
Caca! Go get Nerily! And the old man! What?
Okay, so thanks to Nerili's aid, the old man, Phineas, was protected from the initial blast, and in the last 6 seconds, has made a very delicate run for the staircase, and has gone back downstairs.
Oh, so he's not flown out?
No, he's not flown out.
Oh,
no, he's
okay,
fine.
okay.
Well, Nerily saved him from the blast.
Oh, okay. I just tell Nugget to get Nerily then. I wouldn't mention old man.
Okay. Well, so Nerily, yes. Nerily is currently out here. So you want Nugget to go save Nerily?
That would be my first reaction, yeah. Laura's first reaction.
Okay. Yeah, fantastic. So what do you want to do with your turn?
How fast can Nugget move?
Is it 60 flying?
60 flying. Yeah.
Big oof.
Just goes as close as you can. I think it was there, or was it there? Whatever, there. And maybe Nugget would try and I don't know if I can do this given D&D rules, but if obviously Nerily was about to fall down, then I want Nugget would have gone down to also try and catch her in some way rather than just be above her or next to her or whatever.
So you can also take a dash action if that's something you want to do.
Oh shit! Yes, that is.
So you can make that to 120 feet.
Okay, well he can make it.
But Nugget wouldn't be able to grab during that, but would be able to get within proximity.
You can just fly underneath, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wait for the fall.
Yeah. All right. They'll do that.
All right. And what have we got for Oro?
Wants to hit one of these bad boys, I guess.
What are we wielding today?
2 daggeroos.
Daggeroos.
Gucci dagger.
Australian daggers.
Oh, start! What a strong start.
And also my hunter's mark. Oh, which just rolls it. I wanted to put the information in the chat, but whatever, you get it. Hunter's mark.
Is Hunter's Mark a bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think if you've got a bonus action, then you can't take a second dagger attack. This might be something that I've been allowing you to do this entire time and never realized.
I think
that's
it's
not
what you've
okay.
been allowing me to do the entire time. That's fine.
That's okay. So so the second dagger attack is a bonus action.
Okay, alright, just do the Hunter's Mark then.
Okay.
Ignore the second one. I didn't roll for it.
Yeah, okay. So we've got
it-
your dagger damage and your Hunter's Mark damage.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it because she's a high level ranger? Don't they get 2 attacks on their attack action at level 5 or something like that? Like most of the melee classes?
not the UA, not the UA one.
Oh, I see.
They get Nugget gets a reaction attack instead.
Okay, that's probably what it is then.
Okay. Right, I'll try and remember that for future because that's fine. But now you've applied Hunter's Mark, so Hunter's Mark like that can now apply every attack.
Yeah.
Every round.
Mhm.
It's just the initial casting of it.
Mhm.
Okay, well you managed to land a crit. Do you want to roll on your crit table?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
99. Wow.
Oh.
What are these rolls? In the first round, you've got a crit, and then you roll a 99 on it.
So you know how a lot of the like descriptions will have ranges. It'll be like 32 to 38 or whatever.
Yeah.
99 and 100 have their own entries. 99 is knockout, DC 16 con save or unconscious, prone, stunned 2 rounds, triple damage.
That's a lot. That's a lot to take in.
That's a lot to take in. Do you want to roll the additional dice just for the triple damage?
What? So is that some more d4s?
Yeah.
3 more d4s or 2 more d4s?
That's a really fucking good question. We always have this issue with the crit roll. So it doesn't say an
So
additional
when it
dice,
says
does it?
no,
says
this one it says triple
damage.
damage. So what you do is you take the damage that you rolled and then you just triple it.
Okay, so the damage that we would have rolled would have been the 7. Because the 4 comes from, like, if you crit and roll 20, it automatically...
Rolls an additional one, yeah.
So the 7 would have been it. So 777 is the amount of damage that you've
21.
done.
21.
Okay.
Plus Hunter's
So-
Mark,
Plus Hunter's Mark.
which would also be tripled. Because it says damage done, triple
Yeah,
damage.
it does. Yeah, it does do that. It does say that. I'm starting to recognize that one of these days I'm going to accidentally annihilate one of you guys by hitting you with a crit.
Yeah.
As long as we're consistent with our rule usage here, if I roll triple damage on you guys one time, it's gonna fucking hurt. But let's hope that's not this session. Let's hope that's when you're much higher level. Okay, so 777 plus 666.
Ooh, 21 plus 18. 39. Right?
So you've
Yeah.
done 39 points of damage to this one poor little lightning demon. What do you want to do with this whole insta murder straight out the gate? Just completely fucking annihilate this guy.
Well, Oro has just been shouting "Kakar," so I imagine she's just in a rage of "Oh shit, this is fucking bad," and is just like shouting in bloody murder, killing him.
Okay, cool. Well, in which case, I absolutely imagine that as Oro just stepping forward. Just like, I love how I imagine this really nonchalant, that she just brings out both daggers and just goes... just like screaming, just goes... But regardless. 1 dead. You guys can see these guys. We're not using invisibility rules for these because they are stood inside a room dripping wet. Like their kind of outlines are quite obvious. You don't have to contend with pouring rain at the same time and, you know, wind and whatever.
Okay.
That is 1 insta dead. 100%.
Excellent.
Straight up. Easy dead.
Easy.
I've never seen a 99 roll and a crit roll before. What a fucking crit as well, damn.
What's
First
100
roll.
then?
Yeah, what's the 100 like?
Everybody dies.
100. Final strike. DC 18 con save or die. Prone 1d4 squares back. Stunned 3 rounds. Quadruple damage.
Oh,
What's, yeah. I suppose, yeah, if you survive the con check.
Jesus.
Yeah, if you survive the con check. Otherwise, you're just 1d4 squares back and dead.
Fucking hell. So that's the one that I'll end up rolling on you guys sometime.
And I'll use my inspiration to make you reroll. If I have it.
Okay. So we've got Nugget and Ori. You've both taken your turns. Nugget is currently positioned underneath Neurali, pretty much exactly in a position to have just swept underneath and
Yay.
maybe saved Neurali there. We're now moving to the Storm Maiden, who is going to take her turn and probably not be super fair about it, realistically, because she's quite grumpy.
That's fair.
What's your armor class again, Neurali?
12.
Okie dokie. You can see her form come into place. Like she's kind of zoomed past your team. You've barely had a chance to notice really what's going on because you're still spinning.
Yeah.
You're just about to right yourself as your initiative comes around. But she's kind of swept through your team like nothingness, and she's just kind of corporealized as this maiden who's like, she's got this long flowing dress that looks as if it's like kind of some ritualistic apparel. And she just nonchalantly, her hair still kind of on ends, from the air just plucks a lightning bolt and throws it directly at you like a javelin. She is making a ranged spell attack against you.
I would like to shield if I can. If that's something I can do while free falling. That's kind of up to you, I think.
In this particular instance, I'm going to allow you to make a decision on whether or not you think that you could. There's an inspiration up for grabs depending on what you decide.
Yeah, I don't think that I don't
Right.
think that she honestly would have the wherewithal to process everything that's going on and like notice, especially if she's still free falling. Like that is a very disorienting position to be in, and I don't think that she would like be able to protect herself that way.
Okay, in which case you get inspiration for declining the opportunity to use shield or something as a reaction to save yourself from a bolt of lightning that could kill you.
Yep.
Okay. Let's go with this. I rolled so poorly. Oh my god, I rolled so poorly.
Oh no.
10 damage.
Oh my god, I'm still
that's a
awake.
lot.
Barely, but I'm still
I
awake.
rolled so poorly. Regardless. So this bolt of lightning cascades through the air, soaring directly towards you. You barely get a chance to even hear the crackle before you are struck by it. You can feel your limbs tighten. Your limbs tighten for a split instant.
My limbs.
Your limbs. And
The
as
lips are all gone.
you seize up for a second, and you can hear the flapping of wings directly underneath you. There's like a shade that kind of appears. And with that, she kind of moves a little bit closer towards you, floating through the air. She's screaming at you. What languages can you speak?
Do you speak screams?
Elvish, Celestial, and Common.
Okay, so you can recognize that she's speaking in Elvish.
Okay.
And she is screaming at you. And I'm not going to do this over microphone because that would be unfair to anyone who's listening with headphones.
Myself
'Cause
included.
I already get very loud. But she is screaming at you just absolute constant expletives about, but it's like she has a very kind of delicate tongue. So the way that she's cussing you out it's like being someone that speaks Elven or Elvish, you can recognize that this is kind of like the equivalent of like High Elven, as it were. This is clearly a lady of who
Posh
might
elf.
have been considered a very posh or of high class, high status, who is cussing you out for the audacity to be in her presence and to have desecrated her altar. And she's just describing in all the different ways that she wants to tear you limb from limb, and she'll knock your heart out and see how you like it. She's very unhappy.
Yeah, that's fair, honestly.
Okay, next in the turn order, we have little lightning demon boy over here who's going to make their way over to Randall. Hey, Randall, what's your AC, bro?
15, because I haven't hit anything yet.
Okay, that's 2 hits.
Ow.
That is a grand total of 8 points of damage. Not
Okay.
rolling well on the
I can
damage
cope
today.
with that. I can cope with 8.
Okay, this lightning boy is going to come over here and give Haiku a good old slashy slashy. And miss and then crit.
Here comes the D100. Here it comes.
Damn
We
it.
wanna 1D100. Oh, 74. Oh, there was
Oh,
a
that's
hang.
still high.
There was a
Still quite
hang for a
high.
second. There was a hang for a second in the chat. And I was like, oh, what's it gonna be? The tension.
Inspirational display. All allies receive advantage on next roll and double damage.
Oof.
What a shame. Okay. Well, one thing to reflect upon is that it hasn't stunned you or knocked you back 10 feet, because
Or
that,
instantly killed you.
if it knocked you back 10
Yeah.
feet, would have been really fucking bad.
True.
It's okay. Someone else is going to try that. Right, so that is, you say double damage?
Yeah.
I'm
Doobly.
rolling very poorly. Okay, that is 10 points of damage. That is
Wow.
fuck all. I am
That's after
rolling
it's been doubled.
so bad. That's after it has been doubled.
Wow.
I'm telling you, I'm rolling
That is
poorly.
Just keep it up. Keep it up. You're doing a great job.
But that's okay. This guy's going to come over here. And give another attack on Haiku. What's your armor class again?
It is 17.
Shit, man, that's high. You're fine.
Hey.
There are some more kind of slightly translucent but very angry fanged devils that have come up into your close proximity, and they're slamming their claws against your shell. Unfortunately, they are unable to hit anything more than just components, collectibles. Some Funko Pops fall off.
They're valuable.
Boink, boink, boink. Out.
have we not? Yeah, exactly. A Funko Pop of Oro goes off the back and falls off the side.
No.
But you are otherwise unscathed. Haiku,
Oh, wait,
it's now your turn.
if I got crit, does anything fall off anyway?
I mean, you want to roll for it?
Yeah.
Kawaii
Nice.
just tipped £30 and said, compensation for Tom rolling poorly. Is that going to him? Am I going to give him this for him not killing us now? Thank you very much, Kawaii.
Well,
That's very kind of you.
regardless of whether that goes to the DM fund or to Jenny's stream fund, regardless, either way, it's very generous, Kawaifu. It's nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Don't worry, Tom. During my games, I've crit with disadvantage and my players were shook. Was it last game that I got 2 crits in a row?
Yeah.
Twice?
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, we could just straight up bribe Tom? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Aw.
He says,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't
100%.
realize.
Yeah, definitely.
Jenny's
course you
future
can.
Froggo merch fund. Oh, that's very cute. Thank you, Kawaii. I appreciate it. I also
Okay.
appreciate it more for not giving it for Tom to not murder. You're not on the list today.
Did you just roll a D51?
Yeah, I was determining which item fell off.
Oh, I see. Okay, what fell
Oh.
off?
Just a ring.
Oh,
Just
Boring,
a ring.
really. Yeah,
Just
a ring.
a ring.
a random
Yeah.
ring?
There's not really a description on it. It's just a ring.
Oh. Well,
Would you like to give it a description?
No.
Circular.
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 I like to think that it's a golden ring that has elven writing that only is visible along the inside of it when it's put in fire.
And you're just like,
It's
whatever.
because the ring's not important. What he put it on was important because he liked it, so he put a ring on it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Deep.
I
Put it on
take
your
away
own
any inspiration point you've got is now gone.
Absolutely not. I don't allow it.
But your turn has come around, Haiku. What would you like to do?
Oh, I forgot to use the ruler again. It's this one. Okay, I'm not doing that one. I'm just gonna go for like an attack with my claws, I think,
Okay.
on the one to the left of me.
Yeah, it's to the left of me. Joe is to the right.
Here I am.
Go for it. Oh, that's a hit. Sorry, I didn't see that you put it in chat. I didn't make a whoop noise because I was already on the window. Yes, that is a hit.
Whoop.
5 points of damage. Okay.
I don't think there's much I can do after that, really. I can't really move anywhere.
You can move through the space behind Oro.
Oh, okay. I'll move around.
Imagine this. Oro's chilling out there with her daggers, just gone thunk, just shanked a dude, and then just dropped to the floor. And then all they hear is Haiku going, and they get knocked over slightly by a massive shell. Okay, so you've moved around the back of Oro to the other side of these guys.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that technically gets attack of opportunity from 2 of these.
Oh.
One of them misses. One of them hits you, swipes at you as you make an exit, and unfortunately hitting flesh. This is just above your gauntlet arm, taking 5 points of damage from you. Your blood spills on the ground. Okay, and with that we have another. Oh, you've just made yourself perfectly positioned for this slashy boy.
Slashy boy.
Who misses twice?
Slashy boy can't hit for shit.
And when Slashy Boy hits, Slashy Boy does no damage, even on crits. Okay, Nerily. It's been a very surprising, traumatizing
Shocking.
6 seconds. Shocking
6
6
seconds.
seconds, yes. As you were flung from the building, trying to protect Phineas, you are flying through the air, quite literally, and you have heard these elven cusses as they've been chasing you through the sky, throwing lightning after you. You have been just about swept up by Nugget. Just about. You can hear the flapping of wings, you can open your eyes, and you can see the familiar color of Nugget's fur or hair, or whatever the technical terminology for fucking
Fluffles? It's definitely fluffles.
bat fluff is.
Bat fluff.
You are not looking too hot, and you're not successfully mounted on Nugget. Nugget's grabbed you, but they've essentially swept underneath you. And usually when Nugget is holding someone, it's via feet.
Yeah.
Because
Because we're too big to actually be on top, right?
Yeah. So Oro can ride Nugget, but no one else can ride
I forgot
Nugget.
that.
Yeah.
So you are. Sorry, no, you want. Well, so you've been saved by Nugget, 100%.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They've essentially just stopped your descent, and you could mount Nugget, but they would have to fly at half speed. So it's down to you what you want to do.
So if I land on the top of him, it's more just like holding on than being properly seated. But or do I have to like wait and for him to snatch me with his claws?
So what I'm saying to you here is that you are So Nugget could grab you. That's
Okay.
an option. But currently what you're doing is you've been carefully balanced on Nugget's back, essentially. They've just kind of flown underneath you and elevated themselves slightly to like perch you on top for a
Okay.
couple of seconds. So you can make some decisions here. Either you can try and turn yourself around and grab on, which is fine. You're allowed to do that, but Nugget will be flying at half speed. Or you can cast a spell or do whatever you want to do. You can put yourself in a position where Nugget would be able to grab you with their claws more easily next turn, but it's down to you, really.
I think I'm going to. It's fun. Like, okay, so like if something goes wrong with Nugget catching me, then but I'm sure that he's going to catch me no matter what, basically, right? Like I'm kind of like he's like slipped under and has caught me, and then on his next turn he can, like, if I choose not to just like grab hold, then he'll be able to grab me for sure. Like unless something weird happens.
Nothing has given you any doubts about Nugget's ability to do that so far.
Okay. In that case, with my little 8 hit points, I think the first thing I'll do is just cure wounds myself. Because if I can fly, it doesn't matter if I go unconscious immediately because I get struck by a lightning bolt. So I'm going to cure wounds.
I think that's fair.
Third level? Yeah, third level. No. Yeah. Sorry, like way too much deliberation there. I'm going to re-roll the 3 with a sorcery point.
Okay.
Of course.
All right, I'll just add the 22 back. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. And that's my action. And then I don't think I have any, but I'm just going to try to use like the duration of bonus action / like movement or whatever to try to make sure that like I am easily graspable and or like.
So you can use your movement to mount, essentially.
Okay, then yeah, I'll just do that for now.
Okay. All right. So you managed to kind of tuck in, grab some Nugget so that you're on a little bit more of a more comfortable position, and like maybe like an arm wrapped around Nugget's like neck onto chest sort of deal. And as holding in position, you manage to press your hand against your chest or something and cast Cure Wounds. Okay. So you are airborne now. There's a very, very angry Elven Storm Maiden in close proximity. Anything you want to do the rest of your turn?
Anything? Me? I think that's all I have at this point.
Okay.
Well, maybe in future.
Any particular emotions going through your mind, having just been saved by Nugget? Any thoughts?
Very happy for Nugget. Always happy for Nugget, particularly happy for Nugget in this particular instance, particularly. Yeah. I feel like she's just so like in shock. She's kind of just like Nugget appeared under her and she's very happy about that. And that's all that she's really got in her mind at the moment.
Sure. Okay. Randall.
It me.
What doing?
What is the situation with the like wall / not wall behind me?
So I will draw the missing wall for you if you'd like. There's a gaping hole here.
Okay. It's like kind of just open or with small trippy bits where you could just trip straight out backwards.
It's not. I mean, it's not straight open. There is the vast majority of it is just straight open, but around the edges there is broken debris that definitely danger of trip. It's a health and safety hazard.
Okay. In which case, Randall probably has like a quick look over his shoulder and goes, like sees Nurali and Nugget like okay, and then turns back around to deal with the boys in front. It's gonna be 1 attack on each. She's gonna hit both of them. So left and right, and then I'll do spend a key point to do an extra punch as well. I give them a punch each. Left and right.
Left and
Okay,
right.
well, the top 2 hit.
Cool. Okay. 4 on the left and 6 on the right. Wow, that's... I have inherited your rolling, huh? Good.
Oh my god.
Well,
But then...
the guy on your... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, Karen.
The guy on your right is looking very weak because they were slashed by Haiku before.
Okay. Shame I can't do anything about that. And then Randall's gonna move up here, and then like over to here to be away from the danger hole.
Okay, and that's without opportunity attacks?
Yeah, because I tried to hit both of them.
Okay.
Whap whap.
Whap whap.
No recourse.
Anything you want to say or do the rest of your turn?
Whap whap.
Understood.
Okay. Oro, top of your turn, we've got you and Nugget. You've just heard Randall go whap whap after semi-concussing these 2 lightning devils on the other side, or storm devils.
Always a good
He's
sound.
stepped away from the gaping hole in the wall and deeper into the room.
Okay.
You've also just seen Haiku shuffle behind you, almost knocking you over with their shell as they've repositioned themselves.
You hear a ring fall on the ground. And I'm gonna stabbo this dude next to me.
Okay.
1 dagger, 2 dagger,
Crit
Hunter's
machine.
and
Those are
sneak
both
attack
hits.
because there's a friend next to it.
Yeah.
Okay. 8, 26, 5, 4. Okay. I'll just roll a 1d. But imagine if that was 100. Imagine if I would have got 100.
Ruthless assault, extra damage die.
Oh, what's that? 1d4?
Another 4 on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, 1. Shit. Damn it. Oh, it's all gone downhill.
It's balanced out.
Would you like to roll would you tell me the grand total of that?
2. My calculator.
Oro needs an extra damage die.
25.
Okay, so that's a lot of damage. That's a lot more damage than this person can take by quite an amount. Turn 2, Oro strikes again.
I just keep
Do you want
throwing
to-
my.
Just screaming as still in fury after Nurali being sent spinning off into space. Is Oro feeling pretty confident that Nugget's got it covered out there?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Okay, so Oro hasn't maybe even looked outside.
Oh, Aura's looked for sure. There's a big gaping hole in the wall. She's definitely had a gander while she stabbed one of these dudes, but she's not concerned, really.
Right, okay, cool. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Battle cry. It's just caca, but more powerful. Not panicked, powerful.
Oh, a powerful caca. Could you give us a little soundbite of that?
No. No, I can't. I don't have the capacity.
Question. I knew that was unlikely to happen, but I really wanted it to. What I really wanted was a comparison between the two. Like I wanted to know what a normal caca was like, and then a powerful caca.
Yeah. Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. Okay.
I think the wind up made it so much better because I was like, "Oh, she's actually going to do it." And then,
Yeah.
no.
Okay, what about Nugget? What's Nugget doing? Nugget is now mounted by Nurali.
Nerly, are you just wrapping around Nugget at the top, or are you like making it seem that you want to be grabbed in like by his like instead rather than be on his back?
I'm definitely just holding on for now. Yeah, I'm just holding on for now, not trying to like wiggle around and get under anything just yet.
Okay. But Nerly is Nerly safely on my back for Nugget to start doing some moving? Tom?
Sorry, I just read Docs in the chat. The whap whap is pretty quiet. They aren't ready for a powerful whap whap.
Oh, thank you, Kawaii, for giving us up.
I like that you spelled it that way instead of with an H, like WAP normally is spelled, because that makes me laugh.
Whap, whap.
Sorry, could you repeat the question, Jenny? Sorry, I was distracted.
Disquapted.
Can't speak. Okay,
It's whacked it.
this is diswapted.
I approve.
Is Nerly on Nugget's back stable enough that Nugget feels like they can move?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Then Nugget will try to move at half speed.
Yes.
Can they dash?
You can still dash. Yeah, you can still dash.
Okay.
But it's
So
just
just be
half speed
half-
overall.
Alright,
So it'd be
alright.
60 in total.
Right, okay. I don't want to gain an attack from this bitch, so I'm gonna be going around the outside,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, that's past my. Okay, I've done this poorly. There. Oops, I can't move Nerly. Nerly will have to move.
Fair point. Skidoodle yourself over there. Oh my god. It's an amalgamation of the two. Okay, cool. Anything else that Nugget wants to do?
Neuronugget.
Nugget. Nugget also makes a powerful caca back to me in response to my powerful caca.
I love it. Okay, all right. Spooky Ave Elven Storm Lady's turn is up. She moves herself closer to re-engage, and as she does so, she gets up here, and you can see that there's this kind of shroud of this. The clouds that make up her body are a dark, roiling storm now, as she brings her hand like as if she was holding a playing card or something, and she just casts something that is imperceptible. But as she does so, it's like an invisible blade. It cuts raindrops, as you see it is like brought up against you and Nugget.
Is it a
It
spell?
is cast in a no. When I use the word cast, I'm not using necessarily a spell. Sorry, I
Cast like a
understand.
net
That's a
rather than cast like a
deceptive.
spell.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a deceptive use of the word. I apologize.
I got really excited about being able to use
Uh,
counterspell, I think, for the first time this campaign.
Well, regardless, what she does is she throws what seems to be some kind of invisible blade, and she does it in an arc. When she does it, you can see raindrops in the air get cut and sliced in twain. The arc of this blade, in fact, shatters more of the wall as it cascades through the air. I'm using the word cascade a lot incorrectly today. But what I would like for you to do is make a dexterity saving throw, please. I would like Nugget to make one as well, please.
Yeah.
I have combat D6. I have a couple of them, and Nugget can totally use one of mine, and I will use one as well.
Surely Oro has the lucky feet, which means that Nugget has the lucky feet.
No, but I will point out that doesn't Haiku have something to do with the helps with dexterity saves?
Oh, yes. Flash of genius. Yes. Is it Nugget? Nugget can have a flash of genius.
What does that do?
That's 3.
Gives
I
you
think?
+3.
Love that.
Good.
Yeah.
You can use combat d6s if you got them, Jenny, on Nugget.
I don't think I have any. I don't know.
You can use one of mine.
Okay, thank you.
I had 4. I have 2 now. I'm glad I rolled a 1 on mine. Oh, you would roll a 6. That's good. I'm glad.
There you go.
I'm actually not mad about that at all in this particular
Okay.
situation.
True.
All right. So in this particular instance, fortunately for Nugget, in some bizarre twist of fate, Nugget manages to save and duck out the way, but in so doing, unfortunately, leaves Nerly just a little bit shy of cover, and she is rent. Are you fucking kidding me?
What did you roll?
Dude, this does a lot of damage, but I rolled so poorly. Oh my goodness. 9 points of damage. Just that is I rolled so low on that. I'm so sad, but it's okay. It's fine.
okay.
In this, there is more damage sustained to the building.
Oh,
Oh, no.
good job, I moved.
For realsies. Whew. And as you are flying back towards the building, Nerly, you spot some figures. Everyone loves figures. Clambering
Like Warhammer or how?
up the side of the building.
Pop vinyls coming back up from
Yeah.
being knocked over.
But they're alive.
Seeking revenge.
The things they've
It's got a
seen.
ring.
It's got a ring. It's got a ring around its hand. It's all the way up.
Yeah.
A little crown.
These guys are going to have
Pop
their
King.
initiatives a 0 until we get to the top of the... Actually, no, fuck it. We're still pretty near the top of the turn order.
You can mount a like a medieval defense and just like push them off with a big stick.
No.
Total war wall defense.
Okay. And moving past Spooky Storm Lady, we've got Demon Boy, who is looking real fucking weak. Gives us a little bit of a turn. Gives Haiku a slashy.
I would read that comic. Spooky Storm Lady and Demon Boy.
Did I not kill the boy that was next to me? Did I kill him?
Oh, you did, yes. Sorry. Yeah.
Get
you
him
did.
out of here.
This guy is making 2 attacks against Haiku. Both of them are hitting.
Ah,
That's right. I rolled very fucking poorly on all my damage today. Don't expect a lot.
thank God.
Apart from that crit.
Never mind. You take 20 points of damage.
Holy shit.
As I actually roll well.
I was waiting for that to
Oof.
happen.
Yeah.
As this one particular storm demon just takes a second to prepare themselves before launching themselves towards you. In this particular instance, one is an uppercut. The talons are rent through your chest, the shell that makes it up, and the other is a bite that just sinks into the flesh of your neck before jumping back off you as you push them off. Haiku blood is now covering most of this area. The second guy gets there next
It can only be a good thing in a room with an altar with a blood sacrifice that happened previously.
Maybe we should all jump out of the building.
So we've got a 19 and a 16 against Randall.
The 16 does not hit.
Okay. It's 10 points of damage. As this particular individual jumps you and successfully manages to dig their talons right in your abdomen. Bits of Randall going everywhere now as well.
Oh no.
Haiku, your turn is up. Sorry, your turn is up. It's your turn now. It sounds like your turn.
Immediately over.
Wow.
It made it sound like your turn is
Your
over.
turn is up.
I mean, in all seriousness, could Haiku's blood be used at that altar? Given Haiku's knowledge of magical
no.
items.
Would you like to roll an Arcana check? That will take your turn.
Yeah.
Well, he'll take his action.
Yes, sorry, your action. It will
I was
take your
like-
action.
Yeah, hold on now.
What's next, Tom? The mushroom lady comes up the building too? Fool is secretly in the campaign. There is a character in this core to this campaign that was positioned there because of Fool / for Fool. But Fool is not secretly in the campaign. Unfortunately, that's quite a low roll. But do you have proficiency?
Yes, I was going to say, could I use my inspiration to re-roll?
You could use it doesn't have to be a re-roll. We could figure something out.
Well, yeah.
You've got a speciality in blood altars, thankfully.
You have a large collection.
What are you trying to get done here? What information are you trying to stumble across? What do you want to do with your blood in this altar? Is what I'm saying.
Well, I want to try and figure out if it would either stop the Storm Maiden, because clearly the altar's being used as a sacrificing place for her. Or in failing that, could Haiku potentially replicate something similar? Or
replicate something similar? What do you mean?
No, that's not the way to put it. Or
record scratch. No. I bet you're wondering how I got here. Oh no, Haiku is going to become a demon.
No, not like that. It's more like, because it used to be a weapon, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So more like almost integrate themselves with it.
Right. Okay. So what your character knows is that this building involved a magical mechanism that was used to take down dragons, and it was a weapon. Since then, because of irreparable damage that it sustained, it has been altered in a way that it is now just some weird dinky mill. One of the core components for the way that this functions, you are aware of, is the magic that sustained it as a weapon and sustains it still, falteringly, is that of a sacrifice that was made by, presumably, Floaty Mook, angry storm lady out there. You don't know what it was precisely that was being done to maintain the altar. If you use your inspiration point, we can figure something out.
Yeah. I've had it for ages.
So you are like 90% certain that the way that this particular shrine was being maintained was with blood sacrifices, but not in a cut someone's throat over the altar sort of deal, but in like a repeatedly ritualistically giving one's blood as a sign of reverence, which is why in the altar there is a bowl with dried blood in it, because it is relatively recent. You suspect that you could in some way placate this Storm Maiden if you were to make a similar sort of donation.
Okay.
You have this kind of eureka moment where you see the blood pouring out of your side, your chest. You see your hands, the claws that you've got on your hand coated in blood, and you recognize for a split instance that there was blood in the bowl on the altar, and you seem to think that you managed to put. You have a flash of inspiration. You can put one and two and two together, and you figure out that perhaps there's a way that you can placate her using your blood. However, moving from where you currently are is going to give yourself a couple of attacking opportunities. So, what do you want to do?
And that was my action.
That was your action. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Haiku scoops up all his blood.
Let me just check my feats. Okay, so I will use a bonus action to try and shove one of the creatures in front of me.
Okay.
What's clicking out? Put it in there. No, never mind.
You want to shove with a bonus action.
Yes. Yeah, so yeah, shove one creature you can see within 30 feet of you.
Is that a bonus action?
Yeah, so there's a bonus action.
Bloody hell. All right.
Mm.
You want to click it into chat?
I'm trying to. Oh, there we are.
Ah, telekinetic.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, it was the feet.
Right, you can try to
Not just goes floating
telekinetically.
by.
Yeah. Shove one creature you see within 30 feet of you. Problem is, it says "see" there, and these guys are partly invisible.
No,
fuck
you
it.
said they were visible at the
Yeah,
beginning, yeah.
okay. I said they were translucent. I suppose you can see them enough to attack them. You can see them enough to cast a spell on them. All right. When you do so, target must succeed on strength saving throw. They fail.
Okay.
5 feet.
5
That
feet,
one?
yeah. Yeah, that one.
Okay. What does that look like?
It's difficult to explain, really, because they were point blank to me anyway. I've just gone to push them and been stopped like an inch before.
Oh! Okay, cool. I love how your telekinetic shove just looks like a shove. Okay, right. So you've still got
That's why
movement.
it's so effective.
Yeah. The problem is I don't have much health at the moment.
Mm-hmm. And you don't have much blood either.
No. Where's the altar? Is it right in the middle?
No, so the altar is actually on the far side of the room. I did have this map planned out previously, but when I copied it over, I didn't copy over the assets that had the altar, unfortunately. So the altar is at the far side and the far north there.
Okay.
That is one of the few opportunities that someone's actually ever used a skill in combat using their action to do it, and it's revealed something that is like quite powerful to ending a combat. So good job.
Yeah. Hypothetically, if I did move and get attack and hit, can I still use a reaction at that point?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move towards the altar.
Hypothetically, how far could I throw my blood?
And I telekinesis my blood into the altar.
I mean, you get a mage hand, it could scoop, right?
Yeah, big old scoop.
I do have mage hands.
So you're moving over there, but getting an attack of opportunity against you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's just the one guy, not the two guys. Okay.
Just to let you know, if they do attack, I'm gonna cast shield.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't like that laugh, Tom. I really don't like that
This
laugh.
is either a crit or crit fail.
It's a crit. So we're gonna roll a 1d100.
Oh. Well, so you have to roll.
So wait. You using shield?
Yeah.
What does that make your armor class?
22. Oh, what type of damage do they attack with?
So this is slashing damage.
Okay, yeah. Shield. 22 that gives me.
Oh, actually. No, it's still slashing damage. Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and read
Alright.
84 now.
Yeah, please do.
Please don't. ...
And stay down. Prone and stunned 1 round. DC 15 con save. Or move halved speed until you rest. Double damage.
Ooh.
How you doing on health over there?
So you have to roll less than 3.5 damage.
Good man.
Constitution save, did you say so?
So I was doing. You say triple damage or double damage?
Double damage.
Just double.
Okay,
Just
so you
double.
take 12 points of damage.
Drop below 0, can I?
No, you just drop to 0.
Drop to 0.
Okay, 0.
Okay, and then make a con save to see if you get knocked prone, etc. Actually, you know what? Doesn't matter because you're on the floor.
Unconscious.
Yeah, you're unconscious. You're fine.
But if Haiku was running for the altar and they had their hand out and then it hit them in the back and then Haiku like fell forward, surely
Unfortunately,
there's a good
we'll
chance of
just-
their hand landing in that altar covered in blood.
Maybe if they hadn't used already their inspiration already. Unfortunately, we just got an unconscious Haiku on the ground over here. On the ground. Slam. Skirt. As you fall across the ground, you are drenched in your own blood that pours into the woodwork below you, pooling as it does.
Yeah, I took another crit as well, didn't I?
You did, yeah. Roll on the
Purely
table. Let's see what we
purely
lose.
For flavour.
We're starting to lose things faster
be
than
like a
we're
bandage.
finding things.
Yeah.
A bandage?
What was that for again?
50 roll.
50. Oh, this is a suggestion from the Discord actually. This one,
Oh.
the Opticus Australis, an ornate spyglass which allows the user to look into the astral plane, but never the same place twice. Note: blinking changes the image. That's now on the floor.
Very cool, but now no
Very
longer
useless.
attached to you. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Well, thanks to whomever contributed that to Jack's
That was Adam.
collection. Oh, very cool. Right, that's on the floor along with you. Nerly, you are now, speeding towards the building on Nugget's back. You've just seen that, unfortunately, you're not the only person in a tussle. Turns out the rest of your party is also struggling right now, and you can see that Haiku is on the ground.
Yeah, there's no way she can jump 10 feet.
Could jump
Okay.
off of the dude. You could like bonk on his head.
Like Mario.
Goomba Stomp, yeah.
Yeah. Could give you an extra high
I
jump.
do have a 14 dexterity. I somehow still don't think that that's corporeal enough for me to high jump off of.
You could try. I'd consider that a standing jump.
I'm going to use my action to summon my wings. I've not done that today. So she's like speeding back on Nugget's back and kind of like lets go as the wings swoop out. And she'll kind of like pat Nugget. So he'll keep going and just say, go on, like, go on. And is going to turn around and face the spooky storm lady. And she's going to say, what's your name? In Elvish.
She continues to swear at you and says, I will not deign to speak my name to one as lowly as you. How dare you?
Okay, then I'm gonna fly over and towards Haiku. Is that Haiku right there?
That's
Yeah.
Haiku.
I can fly for 30 feet. Woo! Boop. I'll go right here. So wait, is there a guy inside there?
There, if you fly towards
There's-
height, that's a
there's
guy.
one there.
Yeah.
There's one there.
I'm just gonna go right here. Wait, no, okay. So I'm gonna go. I'm not in her attack range, right? Right, for like a melee. Just this guy's.
Correct.
Because okay, so if I'm flying, I'm gonna go over him and over here. So I'm more than 5 feet away from the other people, and then go here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I only leave.
Can you move yourself back and go 5 feet at a time so I can actually see? 'Cause
so-
it wasn't-
1.
Okay, so that is in her threat range.
Oh, okay. So she's actually 2x2 squares.
Yeah, she's 2x2.
Okay. In that case, I'll just go
Round the outside, round the
um,
outside.
I'll go right here, so I'm still over the edge of the hole, so I'm not like hovering over the ground anymore.
Okay.
And I'll stay right there
Okay.
for now. And oh, you know what? No, wait, no. I didn't cast a spell with my action. I'm gonna Misty Step because I can do that now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna.
You're still gonna have your wings.
I'm still gonna have my wings because that's an action. It's like a. It's not has it doesn't have anything to do with casting a spell.
It's not a spell cast.
Yeah. So I'm gonna think back to that moment that that lightning bolt was like coming down towards me, and I just kind of like felt moved out of the way and didn't really understand what happened. And I'm just going to like will for that to happen again, and gonna appear right there.
Cool. So, if those of you who were here last time weren't entirely sure what happened in our last combat, was it last week or the week before? I don't even remember. Nerly was whisked away by some kind of otherworldly force, and all that remained was a feather, golden and drifting. And that was Nerly acquiring a new feat that allows her to cast Misty Step. Okay, so your wings have erupted from your back, and you have now used your Misty Step feat bonus action to get yourself inside the building right next to Haiku. Anything else you want to do? Any words of wisdom for your party as you arrive on the scene after being thrown out of a tower half a mile high?
She's very angry.
As you arrive, you just see there's just these kind of corpses on the ground. There's blood pooling everywhere. Some of it's Haiku, some of it's these weird storm devil creatures, and you can just see that Oro is covered and angry. Okay. We then have this person, little storm devil's turn, who's going to make 2 attacks against. Yep, both of those miss. Fantastic. Their turn's over. Randall. Apparently, all you had to do was manifest it, bud.
Yep, I'm gonna do that every time now. Okay, so I can see there's one right by the edge. I assume that is a big old holy hole behind them.
That's a big old holy hole.
Okay, then there is only one action that I must take. Ooh, and it is this.
Oh.
So, I'm going to do that.
Okay.
I'm going to dash the shortest distance I possibly can while still being able to do the shove. And then I will do a shove. So they need to. I think it's a
contested strength check, isn't it?
Why
do we never remember this? This is Sparta.
Yeah, I thought it was. I can't remember, but yeah,
I think it's strength. Okay, well they roll very poorly, so let's see what you roll.
Oh, that's a save. That's not what you want. Oop. Also roll very poorly. But I have a D6, which I'm going to use. Doop doop doo. Easy D6. Easy 4. 12.
Thank God. They rolled a 9 and you rolled an 8.
Oh.
Please use it. Please use it. Okay. Well, describe this to me.
So it's like, it's not really like a run. It's more of like a kind of like a long step, but using the quarterstaff as like a push off to get even more speed. Mm-hmm. And then just like a shoulder barge straight into this like semi solid thing.
Okay. So shoulder barge into it, but stopping yourself from falling off.
Oh yeah, obviously. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not going to Reinhardt this.
Okay, well, shoulder into the side of this devil. You connect so firmly to the center of mass. You just feel them, like you can see their like transparent, almost kind of translucent skin, and there's almost just a look of oh shit on their face just for an instant that you can see as the water pouring from the rain outside just covers enough of their face for you to see uh, their facial expression as they are yeeted off of the side of this building.
See ya.
And they are effectively out of this combat as they are going to fall a very long way and they cannot fly.
Do they not hit that other one that's outside? Do they
That's
not
a very
fall into
good
him?
question. Surely they have to make a
You know
at
what?
least make
Yeah,
a save
okay.
to hold
yeah,
on.
okay, yeah. I think that's a really good point.
Fail the
right,
save.
They'll make a save. Let's see what they get. They rolled a 7. So yes, you do
See ya.
successfully punt one off the side of the building into another one that's climbing up the side of the building and take 2 out with 1 charge. You can say thank you to Jenny for coming up with that idea.
Dag Jenny.
They are gone. Anything else you want to do with your turn? Strike.
I don't think I can if I dashed, right? Because that's an action. And then a bonus action to shove, so I can't do much else.
Okay.
I'll turn around so that they don't claw my back. They claw my good side, my front.
My good side. Please call my good side, yes.
With pushing with charger, you either get a +5 to damage, or you just do no damage and shove them 10 feet away from you. The shove attack is an opposed check. Is that not what we did? Did we not do that?
Yeah, that's what we did.
Okay. I was
But
worried
yeah,
for a
you
second.
can also just take +5 to like an attack and +5 damage to that attack.
You can attack instead of shoving. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, we've got 2 horny boys outside climbing up the wall. One of them comes in. Nothing
How many
wrong
horny
with what I
boys do we have inside?
And we're getting some attacks against our Randall. Both of them. Wait,
Miss.
what's your current
They all
armor
miss.
class?
17.
Yeah, they both miss. But that one looks particularly angry.
Actually, hang on.
Believe it or not.
I might actually be lying to you there. I don't know why I'm telling you that.
Oh no.
Well, because I think it has to specifically be a melee attack, and a shove is not going to count as a melee attack. It's an unarmed strike. That's what it does it. I did not make an unarmed strike.
Nope.
Therefore, my AC is only 15, and you're probably going to hit me.
One of those hit. Yeah. Exactly 15. You take 13 points of damage as this horny boy climbs himself through the window, launches himself on top of you, and then just tears into you. Flesh on flesh.
Since when did they become horny?
Liquids everywhere. They're devils. They've got spikes all over them.
Oh, okay.
Since when did they become horny?
So, I thought they were like the lightning creatures again. I didn't realize they were spiky and horny. Sorry.
Oh, the lightning creatures also were.
Oh, okay. I missed that detail. Apologies.
That's okay. There's a lot of details. Lots of detail reading in D&D. Well, other horny boys through the window. We're looking at Oro.
Is he angry? Does he look angry?
This one also looks angry, but less angry because oh no. Armor class is not 14, is it?
It's 15.
Okay, so one of these misses. One of these does not miss. One of these is the reason I said oh no.
Oh wait, is it a crit?
Uh-huh.
Can I use my lucky feat for you to re-roll it?
Is that what Lucky Feet allows you to do? Force
Yeah,
a reroll on someone
else?
else?
If it's against me, yeah.
Ooh.
Luck is a great feat.
You can also spend one to attack to make against you. roll a 20 and then choose whether the attack you use is the attacker's roll or yours. Go on then. Roll a d20.
Go on then.
Oh, tough choice.
I would like to use
Wanna be
my
hit with
lucky
your
feet.
Oh no.
I should have made you re-roll it because you wouldn't have got a 20.
Do you want to be hit with your own crit or or the Horny Boys crit?
Can I? Are you sure you have the lucky feat? Because that doesn't seem very lucky. That seems very unlucky.
No, I think I have the lucky feet. I'm just lucky.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow, that is. What are the odds of that? My God. Okay. Right. I guess we roll. You know what we can do to make this interesting is we can both roll on the crit table, and you get to choose which of the outcomes is.
Okay, all right. If I get
Yeah?
100, I swear to fucking God.
If both of you roll d100 now.
Oh God.
Roll 180. Oh, they're both really bad.
Both bad, but it's better than 99.
Okay, well,
87, please.
astute counter. As an immediate action, attack the same opponent with advantage.
What are the odds of that, though? Holy shit!
1 in 100.
Oh my
Jesus.
God! What for 2 99s to have appeared in the same game and
One in
also
10,000.
crits in a row?
1 in 10,000. Jesus.
Fucking hell! All right, so that's. Sorry, I apologize, Katie. I was in shock.
Another attack against her with advantage.
Okay, thank you. Fucking hell! And that's double damage on the dice.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
What, for both attacks or just the first one?
Just the first
attack.
one.
So the first attack is 13 points of damage because I rolled very poorly on that. Well, not very poorly, medium poorly. And then there's another attack against you, which is a hit. For 3 points of damage. Wow.
Phew.
Wow. Wow.
Could have been a lot worse. Oops.
Jesus. Jesus.
I can't believe you got 99. That would have.
I can't believe I got
that would've been
99 and then also rolled out all of the damage and got fucking nothing in comparison to the damage that I could have got. If I rolled well on those, that would have been a very, very bad situation for Aura to be in. But you're fine.
Totally
You're
fine.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Those two horny boys came in the door and did not do very much. We're now at the top of the turn order. Oh no, there's another. Oh no, that's the same horny boy. Okay, top of the turn order with Oro Nugget.
Okay. I want Nugget to fly to me, please. Around the
Okay.
radius of the angry lady,
Uh-huh.
because you know she's angry.
She's very angry.
I moved Nugget so then I could attack and he could attack them on my turn, but should I be doing that? Is that technically
That's fine.
wrong? Okay.
I mean, we're not. The way that we use initiative for you and Nugget is not rules as written, so
Okay.
we're okay. We're okay with that.
I'm gonna stabby stab. Stabby stab.
That's it.
Sneak attack. And Hunter's Mark. 13.
Yep. They're dead.
Sick. Just another stab into the head.
Oro's like made this look so easy. It's just turn 1, stab. Turn 2, stab. Okay. They're dead.
Okay, sick. Well, Nugget's just gonna be there then, I guess. I guess I shouldn't have moved Nugget. I'll move Nugget. No, Nugget can stay there, that's fine. I'm currently trying to make a barrier with me and Nugget, basically, is what is happening.
Ah, I see. To stop Storm Lady from coming in.
Actually, I think we'll move. I'll move in one,
Okay.
and then that's it. That's all we'll do.
Nugget's not had a turn though, right? So Nugget can make an attack now.
Oh yeah,
against
Nugget can make a bitchy
Horny
bitch.
boy. That's a
9.
miss.
Wait.
Miss. Unfortunate, but still a good turn nonetheless. Storm Lady charging in the window. She's very grumpy.
How grumpy.
Grumpy enough to do the same attack she did a second ago, except this time she's going to hit a lot of you in the same attack.
Uh-oh.
Not again.
So please, everyone, make a dexterity saving throw. Haiku, you automatically fail.
Does his get blocked by me and Oro being in the way?
Nope.
Darn.
Is
would
this
like-
an area of effect?
Yep.
And can I use evasion?
Yep.
Okay. Well, then I'm rolling for half.
I'm using
So,
a luck point.
which
sorry.
one of those was your? Oh, did you use your luck point to reroll to your dexterity thing?
No, the second one is Nuggets. I'm
Right,
re-rolling
okay.
Oro's new
Okay.
one with the lucky. Okay, that's
Oh
better.
my god, this woman. Okay. So that's a 15 for Nerly, 19, 16, 23. Okay, so everyone apart from Randall and Haiku have saved. Oh wait, no, Randall's also saved.
What about the
Which
horny
means
boys?
that the horny boys. You know what? You're right. Fail.
Stupid horny boys.
Stupid horny boy.
Sexy horny boy.
Okay, so that is everyone who's saved takes half damage. I rolled it a bunch of times instead of just the once. I'm sorry. So that is 12 points of damage to everyone who failed. So that's 12 points to both the horny boys, and 1 instance of damage to Haiku, which means you fail one of your death saving throws automatically.
Wait, so how much damage on a save?
12.
But
Okay.
if I can evasion it, then I take nothing, right?
Yes, correct. You take no damage yet.
Yeah.
Everyone else takes 6 points of damage.
Oh, you just said okay.
I
Well,
thought
you take
12
6
was
damage. Sorry, no, it's 12 is full. Again, I rolled quite poorly. It's been a very mixed bag of rolls today for me. Sorry, 12 was the full damage, so it's
Yep.
6 if you take half.
Okay.
Okay. So once again, she brings up this like fan of whatever the fuck invisible kind of weapon that she's using to cut through the air, and she does it in an arc that kind of slices through the mist. You can see that there is a fine space that's left in the air as it slices through. She's still swearing at you in a language that many of you don't speak, but for the most part, the message seems to be something along the lines of, how dare you disturb my remains after the sacrifice that I made for you and for all of the people of Cormyr. You come here and you desecrate my shrine. And she's angry about it. She's real angry about it. Angry enough to try and kill all you. A lot. All the time. A bunch of it.
All the death, all the
Unfortunately,
kill.
you all rolled very well on your saving throws, so you don't take a buttload of damage. Instead, she continues swearing at you, and Horny Boy here is dead. This Horny Boy is not dead.
Died doing the thing they loved, being horny.
Haiku, it is your turn. As you are unconscious, the only thing you can do is make a death saving throw for me, please. If you click the little word death save, it should do it for you. Success. Okay. One step closer to being stabilized.
Nice.
Okay. Nerily, you're up. Once again, this kind of terrifying elven storm lady, hair all a blunder, casting invisible blades across the room, is now chasing you through the skies directly in your vicinity. She appears to be being somewhat blocked by Nugget and Oro, but for how long, it's hard to tell.
I'm going to use my meta magic to twin a spell, cure wounds. I'm going to cast it on myself and on Randall. I'm kidding. Haiku, obviously. Let's get everyone a scare there for a second. We're going to go ahead and do another 3rd level. Oh, you know what? I'll take that. So 17, 17 for both of us.
So I heal 17,
Hooray.
sorry.
Yep, that puts you back into positives,
Whoa, thank you.
which means you are no longer unconscious.
Oh yeah.
You are prone though, so on your turn you'll have to stand up if you want to stand up. Oh, I'm sorry, Tortu. You've got food poisoning. That sucks.
Yeah. I hope you feel better
Ooh.
soon.
Yeah.
Why is Oro getting these dice? Oro doesn't need them.
You've already got one.
Oro's got like 1 million crits today.
Oro has just been going around shanking people, immediately killing them in one turn.
Twice, one hit puts someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm debating.
At least Haiku isn't on their back. Doesn't matter. They've got a self-righting mechanism.
No, okay. I think I'll stay where I'm at. I was contemplating like flying away to draw her attention elsewhere, but actually no. Yeah, I'll do that. There's nobody else in my threat range. So I'll just fly around the other side of her. So if she does a big attack, it only affects me because I can go 30 feet.
Okay, so she's gonna get an attack of opportunity with you. Oh no, you're not moving.
No,
past
I'm
it.
staying.
The other
Yeah.
side. Okay. Okie dokie. And we now have Stabby McHorny Boy over here, who's making an attack against Nugget. Armor class for Nugget is, what's the 16, did you say?
18.
18?
Yeah.
Unkillable. Nugget takes 14 points of damage as Horny Boy jumps on Nugget and starts just tearing into the poor fluffy coat of Nugget.
Rude.
And just candy floss comes out and ribbons. there's no blood when it comes to Nugget. Randall.
But he didn't get hit, right? It wasn't any. Did Nugget get hit?
Yeah, 14 points of damage.
Oh, 14. Was that. Wait, okay.
Well, I rolled a 14 and it missed, and then I rolled another attack that hit and did 14 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Missed that.
It was another 14. What are you doing, Randall?
I want to turn and face this guy.
I was like, I wonder what he's doing, and then I just see you type porn in the chat.
Nothing. Now, how would you feel about a kick being an unarmed strike?
I think that would.
That
Makes
feels
sense,
like an
right?
unarmed strike.
Yeah.
And how about a kick with 5 feet of pushback on it?
What are you trying to aim
For
for?
a
Here?
horny boy teetering on the edge.
Okay, you want to use the charger feat again?
Well, I can't because I'm too close. I want to kick. I want to do a kick
Well, you want to do a shove attack?
or that. Yeah. I don't know. Is
Okay.
that a thing?
What, shoves? Yeah, shoves are a thing.
Okay, well, I would do that. But I do it really well.
But so with the charging feat, don't your shoves just get a
No, I
plus
have to
onto
be
the-
moved 10 feet in a straight line to do that.
Yeah, but when you do so, does it add +5 to your check?
No, only if no.
Can you? You're telling me you can't shove from standing?
Well, not with the charger feet, at least.
My goodness, you'd think we'd know the rules. after playing this much. Why don't we get Mr. Fancy Pants Book over here to check it for us?
He doesn't know you're talking to him.
You get to
me.
gain +5 damage if you decide to hit with your bonus action attack, but you can also choose to shove with it instead.
So it would not add damage and add extra. Everyone can shove whenever they want. That's what I thought.
What's the point of charger then? Was it just so you can move and shove? But then I might as well just move and shove instead of using charger.
So charger doesn't require the strength check. If you make your bonus action attack and you hit, you can choose to shove them instead of applying damage. You either get extra 5 damage when you're attacking, or you can shove them. So that way, somebody who's like fast but not strong can still shove people.
Oh, we got a nope. We got an open chat.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's an opposed check. I just assumed that your check would get you. Oh, charge lets you do it as a bonus action. Oh,
but you have to use a dash. But you have to do it as a dash, which is an action.
Yeah.
After dashing.
I suppose it lets you cover a lot of distance and then shove someone.
Yeah.
Right.
But I've never used it like that. Okay, well, I'm basically never going to use that ever again. Well, given that I can move like 70 feet or something, I can just move next to people and shove them, which is the same thing.
Well, why don't we have
hit them.
Why don't we have it so? I would be willing to homebrew this to be that because you have to make an opposed strength check, that the charge gives you +5 to that check.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that your feat is useless. Everyone happy with that? Yeah. We'll make sure to write that down. You can put a time point in the VOD if you'd like to be like, Tom said this homebrew rule and we discussed it, and this is just in case he forgets it. Okay. Anyway,
I will do a normal shove attack then, which is
normal
something
shove
that I've
attack.
been doing all this time. I didn't realize. This is just an opposed strength.
Yep.
Thing, right? I'm a strong boy.
Oh man. Oh god. Okay, I rolled a 12. How annoying.
See ya.
Using the attack action, you can make a special melee attack using shove to either knock or prone or push it away from you. Yeah, so that's fine. We're okay. We're squared away on this now. The confusion was around the point of the charger feat, but we've recognized now that it just allows you to do something at the end of a dash, which means that you can cover a lot of distance. Oh, hey, Tika.
Hey, Teeks. I believe in
Just
you.
need company to get me through this last 800-word push of an assignment I've started and will finish today.
You got this.
Let's go,
I
Tika.
believe.
There's the homebrewed smashing, which is a shove whilst the person has to make their best Nigel Thornberry impression. I would take that. Okay, you've shoved. You've successfully shoved. You've done so off the side of a building.
See ya.
God fucking
It's definitely
damn
not
it.
going to cause us a problem when they've all survived, and when we leave, they're all just at the bottom, very angry.
Bless your heart. Okay, right. Shoved. Anything else you want to return before we move on to Oro?
No. That counts as an unarmed strike, though, right?
No.
I didn't use my arm.
No, it does not.
Damn it.
You're looking for the AC increase.
No.
Nothing else? Okay, Oro.
Okay, hit this boy next to me, please.
Down with horny boys. Down
there
with
was one
horny
other thing.
boys.
It's fine. I just did that.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
alright.
Stab. Success. Hit.
8. Does that kill him?
This particular one has not been injured.
Oh, the dagger. Oh, crit fail. Never mind. But I still get my hunter's mark and sneak attack with that one.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, so it does kill them then. With the top
14.
one. If you add the sneak attack, yeah, that does kill them.
Sweet.
So they're
Dead.
dead.
Stab in head.
So the second attack wouldn't have happened because the first one had killed them.
Yeah.
So we don't have to roll for your crit fail table.
No.
It's only good things are happening to Oro today. Or the bad things that are happening to Oro are being mitigated severely to the point of just being a normal thing. Was that a dab?
It's a tiny dab, just
Tiny
moving
little
arms
dab.
slowly.
Is it an attack? I don't use my arm exactly.
Little
But a
dab
monk
for a
has
little
2
goblin.
attacks. Do we
Yeah,
not do
but
2
surely
attacks?
it's an action, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, we've moved on. It's fine.
Okay. So, what are you doing with the rest of your turn?
Does Nugget have to hit the same person that I've hit? Or does
Nope.
Nugget just hit? So on my turn when I'm attacking that horny boy, can
Mhm.
Nugget hit the not horny lady?
Yes.
Okay.
the wet lady.
Nope. Okay,
One
20.
version of that That's the title
Does
of the
he hit?
band, definitely.
That's a hit.
I love
yeah.
that she just goes, nope.
Not saying that.
That's 8.
That's a hit. Yeah.
And then bite on Nugget's normal turn.
Uh huh.
17.
That's a hit.
Okay. 5. 13.
Okay. All right. Okay. So Naga uses their opportunity on their turn to make some swiping and biting attacks against the Storm Maiden, who is just floating slightly off the ground and is mostly missed. But it does seem to be that there is a lasting damage to her form that is left in the shape of teeth from Nugget as she floats there almost ethereally, pissed off and swearing at all of you. And we move on to her turn now. Fantastic.
Only good things can happen.
Please don't.
Swinging attack kills the party.
Okay, I'm
Hopefully
going to do
just against me.
something
Go ahead.
that is going to be sad. It's going to be very sad, but it's what would happen. No, is it? Is it?
No, it's not.
Oh,
think
let
it
me
is.
check something. Let me
no.
check something.
Don't like that.
It's not going to work. Shit. No, this isn't going to work. She moves through you, getting an attack of opportunity from Nerdy.
Okay. Did I take Warcaster? Did I take Warcaster? I didn't take Warcaster. Oh, I should take that. That would be a good spell to take, or feat to take. So if I just have my wand in my hand, can I just like try to stab her with my wand?
Yeah.
Okay. What would that be? Like a dex? Because it's kind of like a dagger.
Sure. I'd probably more like an improvised weapon.
So is it strength based then?
I think so.
Oh, that's great. Nah. Actually, you know what? She wouldn't even do that. Nerly wouldn't even like it. Even if I had hit that, I retract that anyway because like she's not gonna reach out and like hit somebody with her wand. Like that's silly. No, never mind.
But the dice has been rolled, Katie.
I know, but if it had hit, I would have canceled it. I'm just saying.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right.
Like
okay.
that's silly. Like yeah, she could do that, but she's not going to be like, like what? Like no, that's silly.
You don't have Warcaster, so you can't.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a shame. So on this turn, the Storm Maiden casts Thunderwave.
We should all roll a new character.
I have that spell as well. I was tempted to use it earlier, and it chose not to not damage everyone in the party.
Hey, would you look at the time? It's 9 p.m. Do you wanna have a bio
Yeah.
break?
Wow, do you want to do a
I
bio
could do a
break?
bio, to be
Oh,
fair.
bio
We'll come
break.
back and suddenly the
Yeah.
creature will be
Okay,
gone.
sure. Yeah, let's have a bio break.
I need to go contemplate what's happening here.
I can't believe you went for the reaction. To everyone. Oh, I rolled a 4. Oh, that was funny. Okay. Let's go to the toilet. Bio break time. Everyone. I lay and love the sound. Tom being evil. If you are not familiar with our bio breaks, we go to the toilet and we come back immediately. So we won't be gone for very long. Have a stretch. Drink some water.
I'll roll a bard.
Pure pack.
I'm not going to put Tom through another one of my bards for quite a long time. Hyacinth was a lot. Not only did he have to deal with one of my bards, I started at level 13. Katie, Nurly is out of third level. Well, no, Nurly has one more third level spell. I didn't double check twin spell and make sure. Yeah, twin spell just takes your sorcery points, not the spell slot. So not only do I have a third level spell slot, but I've got 2 fourth level spell slots. Yeah, as many people have told me, it's not that bards are overpowered, it's that they're overpowered when I play them. But also, like, I will say, like, I'm not like a min-maxer. I didn't I have yet to have made a bard that was made solely with the purpose of like being as powerful as possible. I just have this uncanny knack of like picking things that seem useless or are like moderately useful that end up being some sort of like a DM foil. Like my friend Amber, you might know her from Twitter, Amber, Queen of Dragons. She was running a one-shot for us one time. Tom was in that, I believe. And there was an encounter we were going to have with the dragon that we were like far too low level to deal with. And one of the dragon's like weaknesses was good food. And I'd happened to make a halfling bard that had expertise in cooking. Like why for a one-shot would you take expertise in cooking? Like, I was just doing weird stuff that sounded fun, right? So, you know, when Hyacinth had cartography, it just kind of was like a foil or whatever. I'm explaining why bards aren't overpowered, why I'm not going to put you through another one for a long time. So, Katie should insist on College of Eloquence. No, I've been informed that I'm not allowed to play that one.
That's right, we're fine though. We're fine because now we're in a long-term campaign and you're not playing a bard. So
Yeah.
that's
Well, they
okay
were
with
talking
me.
about re-rolling characters.
Mm.
And Mal was like, I'd roll a bard. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that to Tom again. And it's not that Tom has outlawed College of Eloquence. It's that I am not allowed to play College of Eloquence. So there's a difference.
The same toilet? Right. Not quite everyone is back yet. But we're going to have some Thunderwave shenanigans. So let me just get that bad boy up.
I have a question.
Yep.
I know I rolled, but I did say I retract that because, like, realistically, she wouldn't have done that. And it, honestly, if I had hit, I still would have been like, you know what, this is silly. Like, she's not going to reach out and poke this thing with her wand. So can I still have my reaction?
I say this with all the love in my heart, Katie.
Can I use my inspiration to have my reaction back?
No, I'll just let you have your reaction. It is uncharacteristic for Nurly to stab out with her wand.
It was
and
kind
I
of
did
like
try and bait you.
Yeah.
I
Well,
did try and bait you.
I think it was more of like you giving me the opportunity to do so and kind of me being like, yeah, sure, okay. And then like as I'm rolling, I'm like, that's silly.
I know. Yeah, I know. I'll let you have your reaction. Well, when I was talking about, I was like, "Oh, I should do this, but it's gonna be a bit of a waste." It was like I'm gonna cast a spell, and Nurly's just gonna counterspell it. But at the same time, I thought if I could bait a reaction out of you, then I can get a
So
free
you
spell.
were trying to bait it out of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't think that you were trying to.
I
Or
knew
I
that
didn't
if-
get that impression.
Well, I knew the move. Well, I kept a very straight face. I knew that if I moved behind these guys, I could thunder wave them off. If I succeeded, I mean, Nugget can fly anyway, but I knew that it also is unlikely, unlike your character, to have made that attack. No one stabs with a wand.
No, yeah.
So I'll be a nice DM and say yes, you can have your reaction back.
Okay, thank you.
Um,
And in
because
my
I do think
defense,
it's
she's yet
unlikely.
to cast a spell, so it's not like I knew that
That's
was
true.
going to happen.
Randall got another disease. He's become invisible.
Is that a disease? Oh, that would be kind of cool, maybe.
Oh, can I see the cunt sign?
You can't see it when it's on. It's just too
Is
bright.
it too bright?
Yeah.
Oh no. Is it the same like if it's on the other side of the room?
I didn't try that. Don't know.
Can I see
While
when it?
eating a
How,
banana.
can I see how blindingly bright it is?
I just did it like 3 times. Damn it!
I wasn't looking. I was too busy talking. Holy shit, that's bright. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Insanely bright.
Oh my god. Jesus. Okay. James is back, but eating a banana. Is that right?
I don't know. Oh,
Okay, cool. Let me. Okay, cool. Able to cast without verbal or somatic components. Unfortunately, not the case. Wait, what does it say? Oh, what the neon sign? It's a sign that myself, Jack, and Evan purchased for Jenny's birthday. It just says "cunt." It's an excellent sign, but apparently extremely bright on camera. Is it that like stunningly bright in person as well, or is it just?
It's
the camera
incredibly
that's making
bright.
it-
It's insanely bright.
What a damn! The airport code for Cancun.
Oh hey,
ooh,
spicy, olive.
spicy olive.
Thanks
That's a
so much
fun
for the
name.
raid. That was a great name. Thanks so
Hi
much.
there.
Hope you had a good stream. Here comes the heat. Oh
It comes to heat.
hell yeah!
Spicy raid.
What
Oh
a
my
what a
God.
raid message! What a raid
I
message!
know.
You've arrived just in time for me to try and thunderwave 2 people off the side of a tower, because that would be a fun thing to do. But I'm not going to get to do that, am I?
No.
I love how that was said like there was more coming, but it was just no.
Well, I'm not playing a
no.
bard this campaign, so you don't get like, can't stop my, no, you can't stop my counter spell. So, you know, like,
Okay, but live in the knowledge that I'm giving you this counter spell. All right.
I do appreciate that.
The Storm Maiden moves through you as a mist, rematerializing on the other side of Randall and Nugget, turns to face yourselves, and you can see that she's materializing some kind of spell. What
Wait.
do?
Say it again.
She's casting a spell.
Yeah, I counterspelled it. I thought we already did that. I marked it off
No,
my
I was
thing and
I was
everything.
describing it. I was giving it a bit of
Ooh.
flavor.
Oh, I
I'm
see, I
sorry.
see. Okay, so in Early's counterspell, like this is a spell that she recognizes. I think I even have Thunderwave also. Did I take Thunderwave? I think I had it and I got rid of it because I was like, this isn't useful to me. And so her counterspell looks like her wings burst forward and it counterbalances the force that was going to come out from the Thunderwave spell.
Beautiful. Well, with the flippy flappies of your wings, you successfully nullify the thunderwave that might have potentially
It
thrown Randall off the side of a building.
It wouldn't have.
No? Guaranteed no?
Yeah, guaranteed no.
100% not.
Yep.
Manifesting.
Manifesting.
Working.
Let's
Okay.
not test it.
All right, let's not test it. Regardless, their turn is over after they've made that attack, and we then move on to Haiku. Haiku, you have had a rough couple of rounds. You were down and out you even then fail the saving throw of your death saving throws because of the damage that you sustained. But you've fortunately been brought back to health by Nurali, who is then swooped out of the window or the hole in the wall of this tower. And she's now, you've just seen as you've come to, counterspelled what looked like something that could devastate Randall. 100% guaranteed devastate Randall, throw him off the side of a building.
No.
What do you want to do?
I was prone as well, aren't I?
Yep.
What
So
does-
that takes half your movement to stand up.
but not an action.
Yep, not an action.
How much movement do I have? 30. Okay, well, I'm gonna stand up using
Okay.
15 feet of my movement somehow.
it's time is essentially what it is.
Oh, okay, using 15 seconds of my movement.
No, so every
I know.
round is 6 seconds, but it's like it's that part of your 6 seconds is allotted to movement,
Okay.
sort of.
And with the presumably vast amounts of my own blood laying around at the moment,
Yep, pouring out.
willingly put it into the altar. At least something, obviously not all of it, but
Is there anything you'd like to say whilst you do that, knowing what you know about the altar and its link to this particular person? You can say something vaguely. You can say, "I'm going to say."
no.
some
I think after taking
arcane words.
such a beating, Haiku's sort of shocked into silence at this point. I think
Okay, so you're just going to grab some blood.
maybe like a whisper of like, "Please work," or something along those lines. But not that anyone can hear it.
Okay, so you have some of your own pooled blood in your hands for an instant. All the wounds that you've had, for the most part, have been healed over by Nurali's magic. But fortunately enough for you, there is enough dripping from your armor or from your shell, fortunately, that you can pull it into a hand and you just splash it into the bowl of this altar, knowing full well that this was created when a sacrifice was made by this person many years ago, and that there is some ritual that has been neglected that keeps her placated. So you pour some of your blood into this bowl and you say, "Oh God, please work." And as you do so, immediately you hear a rumble throughout the storm clouds outside this building that is like a ripple that shakes out through the vicinity. And it kind of it's very, very loud at first, but it kind of moves slowly out. It's just Oro is hungry. That's what the noise is. I like to think that you and Nugget are so in sync that it's both of you at the same time. You both sit there like...
Oh no.
But it starts very close, just above you, and you can kind of hear it ripple across the vicinity as it stops. But you can see like the rain outside immediately ceases, almost like the water is hanging in the air. And there is this with this ripple, there is a slam noise that is accompanied by the Storm Maiden turning her head and just kind of dropping her aggressive mannerisms, almost slightly, as she is still raised as if to be casting a spell. She turns her head and she just locks her eyes on you. She does not make any more moves as if she's going to do any kind of aggressive actions, though she looks poised and ready to do so. She is waiting.
Okay.
I think she wants the rest of the blood.
Oh yeah, I'll ask. Is this enough?
Are you quenched?
Yeah.
Or are you a thirsty bitch?
Oh.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Will she understand me?
So you
I
are
can't.
speaking in what language?
Normal language, whatever that's called.
Common.
I should
Common.
call it normal, sorry, but yeah, common. Okay.
She does not react to anything you say.
Okay. Can't imagine she'll react to Aquan or anything like that either.
Just make it in movements. Is that? What was that?
Oh, okay. So like,
Interpretive dance.
You're more?
And apart from that, there's not much more I can do.
Time passes very, very slowly as she floats there, as if almost like, as if she's underwater. Again, her hair is still kind of ethereally, as if not attached to, or not bothered by gravity in any way. Her dress still flows like it's liquid, and she's fixated on you, but she's not said a word.
Are we still in initiative?
That's down to you. I was willing to suspend initiative for this.
And she looks fixed on Haiku now.
Yeah, she's turned around. She's again in a position. She's in battle mode, but she's holding
Paused,
her
yeah.
punches. Yeah.
Can I do a little slip around to the side so that I'm not stood in front of a gaping hole?
Sure, we can say that you move a little bit. Yeah.
I call over to Haiku. Ask her her name and tell her we'll remember her.
Well, I can't. She doesn't understand what I'm saying.
Then I'll say it in Elvish.
She ignores you.
I'm saying it to Haiku in Elvish in hopes that he can repeat it. They can repeat it. Like slowly.
I can certainly give it a go.
Mm-hmm. Like Cyrano. Just do it word by word.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you repeat?
What is your name? We will remember you.
She says, Eloise Shadell. She says, they promised to remember me before.
Is she still only talking to me?
Yeah.
At this point, I think in this situation, you're really going to have to very slowly
Translate.
talk me through every translation here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll just say she said that they've promised to remember her before.
Okay. Just to see if I've passed that along in very, very poor Elvish.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what'd you say?
Saying to Tom, just assume I passed that on in bad Elvish.
Oh no, that's what she said to.
That's
Oh,
what she said.
to
Yeah, that's
you,
what she
so
said.
you needed a reply.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never mind. I was confused there.
I was like, what are you passing on? Sorry.
So she said
Yeah,
she
sorry.
said this out loud, and because she's saying it in Elvish, you don't understand. Nerdy has translated it for you.
Yeah. Sorry.
Tell her, and then I'm going to start saying slowly in Elvish word by word. Remembering is our task. And I'll point to Randall, say, he records. We all remember.
Scribbling.
We're restoring memories. And just like word by word. So you don't necessarily know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But like literally one word at a time saying it so that they can just repeat the one word.
What I would like is for Haiku to make a persuasion check that is at advantage due to being assisted by Nerly.
You've
Is
got a
there any chance that
D6.
do you have proficiency in this as well?
No. I do have a D6, I think, from earlier.
Yep.
So I'll let that on.
Okay.
Since I helped, can we add my non-combat D6?
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to be a 1, so like don't worry about. Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
Oh hell yeah! Okay, you can see there's her face. Like it's almost like what essentially was happening is you pressed pause on a storm cloud. She was, there, angry, clenched fists, snarling glare on her face, ready to rain down hell on you, no pun intended. And she's now kind of, you can see that the shape and form of her has kind of placated somewhat. It's kind of slightly, the clouds are slightly less dark, that they are still grey, and that she is kind of her form, like the waving of her hair and the flowing of her dress has slowed down a little. But regardless, she is patiently waiting for more information, it seems.
I'm going to get, well, from the other night we had another mist elixir.
Mhm.
I kept the empty bottle on my shell.
Okay.
I'm assuming she's made of mist, isn't she?
She seems to be at least somewhat. She's seems to be part mist, part water. She's like a
Okay.
storm in a person.
Okay. Well, so I'm going to ask, after getting the bottle out, I'm going to ask Neurally to translate, obviously,
Mhm.
asking the Storm Maiden if, well, not necessarily asking, but offering, saying, I can take a piece of you with me if you want, i.e. in the bottle. Obviously hold up the bottle, since she's missed.
Mhm.
If that would work.
And I'll tell him how to say that in Elvish.
Okay. I don't think she would like that idea. I think it's a good idea. I don't think, but I think for her character, I don't think she would think that's a good idea. So you can see that she calms, but she seems very dismissive. Like she's now kind of she's lowered her arms, and she now kind of glides away from Oro, Nugget, and Randall. And she seems a lot less aggressive now. At least in stature, she looks still very pissed off and unimpressed, but she doesn't look like she wants to fight you anymore. It'll be like the pie. Drink me.
Maybe we should tell her that Randall will write down her story and take it back to the place where they keep stories.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So I'll tell him how to say that in Elvish. Tell them, apostrophe EM, tell them.
I've just remembered that I actually speak Elvish as well. I don't think about what languages I speak very often.
But you understand at least what's going on.
Yeah.
You hear a creaking of a floorboard as Phineas tries to hobble up the staircase.
I go help him.
He uses you somewhat as a walking stick for a bit.
That's fine.
Appreciates the help. And he says, Eloise, please. He's speaking in Elvish, so only two of you can understand this. I beseech you, lady. I will do better. I will teach my grandchildren to care for your shrine. You will be revered once again. And she turns to him. And you can see there's a softness in her face as she sees Phineas. And she kind of glides over and places one hand on his cheek. And says, I know you have tried, dearest Phineas. But I cannot live like this. I cannot sustain this magic any longer. And he says, "Yes, my lady, I understand." And you feel a tautness, a tightness in the air. It's palpable as the please
Today.
as there is a clanking, creaking smash from the lower floor as one of the pipes bursts, and immediately the air thins out once again to a nice normal concentration. And as she does that, her form itself disappears. Those of you who can cast magic or are attuned to magic in some way can feel that there is a palpable difference in the aura, the vibes of the room as the altar itself becomes inert. And there is a creaking noise as the mill itself comes to a standstill.
What did it feel like before, and what does it feel like now? Like, what is the change?
In the aura, as it were. It was a little bit restrictive. It's kind of like one of those things where like you don't really. It's hard to put into words what something feels like or a sensation that you're experiencing until it's gone. But there was a kind of somewhat of a sense of industrialized restriction that kind of hung in the air, which you found difficult to differentiate simply because you were surrounded by industrialization, really. And you look upon the altar in front of you now, and you see the runes and the sigils that were inscribed upon it, and there is a sadness that comes with it that someone had made such a significant sacrifice to help with some distant ancient war, and that rather being allowed to rest once her duty was fulfilled, it's been kind of almost perverted somewhat by engineering.
Adam, collecting old people, one old person at a time.
Problem with collecting old people is you can never have too many.
They start disappearing like Atticus.
Mm-hmm.
So there aren't going to be very many in the coming episodes because I'm going to stop doing old people voices.
Oh,
I realize I've done too many in a row now, so we've got to thin out the elderly people.
It's a self-removing collection. Oh my god.
you think about what you've said here today.
Well, I guess that's done.
Phineas looks very morose, as if he was reflecting upon his family's contribution to the state at which Eloise was left.
Just gonna go like put a hand on his shoulder reassuringly.
My family has nothing now. There's only a legacy of enslavement. That is what Eloise was to our machine. I only realize this now. I thought not of her duty, of her commitment. I thought not that there could be an end for her.
Even if you had thought of it, could you have stopped your family from doing this?
I do not know. But without the magic, the mill is useless. We are perched atop this peak, separated from the world.
You want to stay up here, or?
I am too old to leave.
No.
There's a lift. It'll take you down.
Nugget will fly you over.
Phineas, how is your sword arm?
How do you feel about being in the circus?
I have enough to live on. Perhaps we will service those that travel the roads. Change our focus away from this rubbish, he says, casting his arm aside, knocking over a glass of mist elixir.
Still a unique location that people would be interested to stay in.
He looks out the window and sees that the storm clouds are now clearing rapidly. Well, it appears that we did contribute to the storm after all. But like all storms, this one passed thanks to you. I think it is best that we leave this as it is. This mill will not be used anymore. I will tell my grandchildren.
I'm gonna help pick up the things that Haiku dropped on the ground.
Thank you.
Like all of the blood.
Scoop of all. You want this? Put it on your back.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking, Adam. But regardless, you are helped. You help old Phineas down the mill, and shortly find yourself in a awkward conversation back at their home between Caitlin, Talith, and Phineas. Margaret is making tea as they are exchanging some quite unfriendly words with each other regarding the future of their business now that the mill no longer suffices. Caitlin and Talith appear to... I mean, Talith is very quiet and not really involved in an argument at all, but Caitlin at multiple times appears to be casting blame on you guys. Though you're not involved in the conversation, you're in a different room.
I like how you had to stop and specify that really quick before we started getting snarky with her.
They're having a family conversation. You're just making tea with Margaret, or rather, you're sat with Margaret while she makes you tea. And shortly, Margaret sat there with you, drinking, listening to the conversation. She says, "Maybe we should get going."
Yeah. Good idea.
Probably.
You don't think they're going to be angry at him and take it out on him, will they?
They have a lot of respect for Phineas. He's in control here. I think we should politely make our exit. I think we can get to Imacy by the end of the day.
Oh, that's good.
Let's go.
Maybe we don't say goodbye.
Up to you.
Did you want to get some mist elixir?
Oh.
No,
We've still
no,
got a
no,
bottle.
no.
I've still got the extra one.
Want
Save
to
it
say
for
goodbye
rainy
to Percival?
Looks at haiku. No, we probably shouldn't.
I'd rather not.
Mission accomplished. Another unsatisfied customer. Creative factor to the family. Completionists away. Wow, unfortunately, not every adventure is black and white. As the feeling that you are left with as you make your way down the lift, swaying much less this time as it creaks and whirs. This time with Percival's help as he lowers the crane for you, or the lift for you, and you find yourself reunited with Margaret's cart.
Could I have, while we were having tea, could I have taken some of my leftover thread and crocheted a little crescent moon and left it behind for Phineas, like in his chair?
Sure.
Okay.
Familiar feeling amongst the completionists, and it feels so good. I just can't help myself but write in like these kind of shadowy grey endings for quests sometimes. I like to have that kind of, it's not always a happy ending, but it's also, you did stop a storm that was going to do significant damage to a lot of shit in the local vicinity. Like if that didn't get stopped by you, then what the fuck would have happened? So you did good. You did what adventurers should have done, and there was no way that came out without the mill being broken in some way or another. But this way you did it, and Eloise got a nice ending rather than being slayed by you.
Exactly.
Either she gets to pass on, or you murder her and force her to pass on. Okay. Right. Well, we end our session with you guys on the road to Immersea. Your final stop between here and Orkspear, which is where you will be doing. You will be meeting Albert Humpledink at the Cock Inn.
Mm-hmm.
The Cockerel Inn is where you're meeting Albert Humperdinck. That was on the quest.
Yeah.
The cockerel in.
Yeah. The Cockerel Inn is where you'll be meeting
The
Albert
cocker all in.
Cockerel Inn. And that is that is that is that. That is the end of our session for today. Congratulations on not dying.
Woo!
Yay!
Congratulations on all the bonkers fucking crit shenanigans that we had today, with all the 99s being drawn and all of the crit rolls in a row.
Yeah, gosh, I would say, in fact, that we experienced a lot. That was a lot of experiences that we just had.
That's true.
Oh, yeah. That would be a really good thing to say if we used experience points to level up.
Oh, well, benchmark in milestone is just like a measurement of experience that's less mathematical.
No, it's not. You just leveled up recently.
Did we? I feel like we've been level 8
It's
for a long time.
been ages.
A while ago.
It's been ages.
Stop.
It's been ages.
I almost died for this, Tom.
Yeah.
Same.
I had to
Not
watch.
anything.
I almost died on the way here.
Yeah, I had to watch.
We've all had a near-death experience.
I had to watch.
Literally,
had to
throughout the
watch
window, I had to
what
watch.
That's arguably worse.
Yeah, I watched all of these events happen. I should be.
Oro had a great fight. Oro was just shanking a bunch of dudes. Every turn there was another dead one, easy peasy.
Or had to look at a bad tattoo of themselves.
That's true. That was experience.
That wasn't a bad tattoo. It just wasn't an accurate tattoo.
Artistic interpretation.
Yeah. Okay, game over.
Good game.
Next time we play, we'll be moving on to the Albert Humpledink quest from Master Kulf in Orkspear. We'll go through Immersea, where you'll be able to pick up some tattoos from Margaret if you'd like. As Margaret, as we said, is a very cool, badass tattoo lady.
Cool, badass tattoo lady.
So have a think about that if you fancy.
Uh-huh.
But we're not playing next week, are we?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm getting jabbed.
Jabbo,
I'm probably
jabbo.
gonna not feel great.
Jabbed up.
So not next week. We'll see about the week after. Question mark.
Yeah.
Not who knows. Who knows?
Who knows? And it's US Mother's Day next Sunday. There you go.
There you go. That's why we're not doing it. Maybe
That's
I don't
what.
know. It's probably something to do. Something. Randall's gonna have hair tattooed on.
Oh, Randall should get a
You should
bunch
have-
of like face tattoos, like
You
all
should-
over head.
Oh,
like face
yeah, shit.
That'd be cool.
Get
Some
some
eyebrows.
eyebrows too.
Instead of getting a
Exams.
teardrop in your eye, you're gonna get an ink drop, like a quill.
Yes.
Because I
You've
killed
got
the book.
you've got exams, Jack.
Yeah, I got exams coming up soon, and they are all Monday 8 o'clock. Well, 9 o'clock starts both of them. So,
Ew.
and then
Why?
Tuesday 9 o'clock starts in the same week, so that'll be interesting.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
So then
Right,
maybe
well,
maybe a couple more miss, depending how I feel about exams.
yes, absolutely. I mean, if it comes to a point where you fancy a little break from revising for a couple hours,
Yeah, that's more likely to be it, but just a warning.
but you know, your exams take priority, so you do what you
Yeah.
think is best.
Definitely.
All right. Well, regardless, GG's everybody.
Gigi.
We had
GG.
some good shit from everybody in that game. We had Randall knocking a bunch of guys off the side of a tower. We had Oro straight up just shanking a bunch of people. We had Nerly successfully not getting yeeted into oblivion, and then counterspelling a thunder wave that could have absolutely destroyed Randall. We also had Haiku solving
No, wouldn't have.
a brilliant non-violent way of resolving the
It was pretty violent for me.
yeah,
Bleeding
but
to the
they're
west.
but they're like little
Well, the
storm
violence
demon
had
boys.
happened.
Fuck 'em.
The violence had
resolution
happened, and then you
itself.
used it.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, the rest of that was just self-defense. Yeah, good shit from everyone. Hope you guys had a good game. What are you gonna do, Jen?
Just gonna end. Just gonna win.
Okey-dokey. Alrighty.
GG's.
GG's. In which case, I'll see you
Okay.
guys soon, hopefully.
We'll have a
Stretch
stretch.
first.
Haha, that's a good point.
Oh, hydrate as well. Bloody hell.
Oh, hydrate
You're
as
asking too much.
well. Ah, jeez.
I just finished my water, so no.
Oh, excuse me. Channel points were redeemed, Doc.
They're my channel points.
Wow.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Bye, everyone. See
Bye,
you next time.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.